back to lotls. Well, I say good morning because it's morning for me. It's first thing in the morning. Literally, I think it's around 7 a.m. Today, we are in for a nice, cozy, all hobby day. We are going to be... I always like the... Sorry, side note, just because I hear them. The birds first thing in the morning. I love hearing the birds first thing in the morning. Between tweets and I'm hearing a woodpecker over to my right. I love the sounds first thing in the morning. Then there's a nice chill. I don't even know what temp we're at. We've got to be somewhere in like the high 50s, low 60s, I think, right now. At least first thing in the morning. By the time it gets to the afternoon, it's hot. It's getting hot. Anyway. So today it's a nice cozy day. We're probably gonna hit like all of the cozy hobbies because I can't do anything for a long time. It's like I kind of hit everything a little bit and then that becomes my day. I can't just sit and do like one thing all day, like how like people can sit and read all day. I honestly can't, because I'll fall asleep if I do. That, or I would have to be extremely into the book. And I'll be honest, I've been in a reading slump since I finished Onyx Storm last month. So I finished Onyx Storm like 2 days into February or 3 days or something like that into February. And I've been in a reading slump ever since. And so it was probably not a good idea for me to pick up Throne of Glass right after that. But I did. But I'm honestly needing to take a break from... because I have Throne of Glass on my Kindle. I'm about 75% of the way through, but it's like... Please tell me that this is like Sarah J. Maas's writing and that it's just the first book is extremely slow and dull and then it picks up, because right now I'm literally getting nothing from Throne of Glass. Like, I feel nothing. But I've been reading this for a whole month. I'm still nowhere. I'm only 75% of the way through. But I have to put it down. I have to put it down. And so I happened to go to my library the other day and picked up Ruthless, Vows by Rebecca Ross from the library the other day. I was looking for a hardcover. I was looking for a physical copy of Throne of Glass to maybe help me get into reading it more. But I couldn't find Throne of Glass. But I did find Ruthless Vows because I'd been wanting to read it. It'd always been one of those books on the back burner that it's like I just keep forgetting about, because I read Divine Rivals back when I had Kindle Unlimited. And Ruthless Vows didn't come out until after I had gotten rid of my Kindle Unlimited. But hopefully that will change now that I have Ruthless Vows from the library. So I plan on reading that. Maybe. We'll see. I do plan on reading a little bit today. I'd like to get into it a little bit because I think I'm now down to 2 weeks-ish, because our library loans are 3 weeks, which is really cool that they've upped from 2 weeks to 3 weeks, which I appreciate right now because I'm reading at such a slow pace. And so I've got reading on the docket. I also have to plan this week. I never planned this week over the weekend while digital planning, so I need to do that. And then I need to put this week together. And then I'm playing Dreamlight Valley, as well as Xenoblade. I started Xenoblade Chronicles the other day. So in Dreamlight Valley, I'm currently redoing, I'm expanding my storage. Now that the floating islands are out, I finally decided to use the floating island that they gave me, the Plaza Island, and I'm just expanding my storage. And I'm using the Daisy's wardrobe, which is really funny because it looks kind of ridiculous because it's a bunch of Daisy's wardrobes when I don't want to make the large chests because I don't want to use all that Dreamlight. So I'm using the Daisy's wardrobe because you can fit an entire bulk of storage in Daisy's, and they're like 680 coins, I think. So they're like really cheap. But yeah, so I'm doing Dreamlight Valley. I also started Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 like forever ago. I got like over 100 hours in it, and so I love it, and so I wanted to check out the rest of the series. and I recently saw a trailer. There's a new Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition coming out at the end of the month, and like I can't get it like immediately, or there would be no point in me getting it immediately because I've got so much else on my backlog. It's kind of like I've got a game backlog, like I do a book backlog, but I've been so much into other stuff that I haven't been touching my other games as much. So there's that. And then I don't know if we'll pick up Xenoblade, but we'll definitely pick up Dreamlight Valley. And then my other hobby that I'm kind of doing right now is my crocheting. I've gone back into crocheting recently. I've kind of showed what I've done. I didn't bring any of it here right now, but it's all inside. But I don't know if I showed you my new Kindle cover, but I made a book cover a while back that can actually fit Ruthless Vows. It's not too big it's still big, but it was my very first one. It's like I'm making the first things for me before I try to decide anything else to do with my crocheting. And so if we get there, I'll show you what I've got going on there. So I think we're gonna start with Ruthless Vows though, just because it's a very quiet morning. And it'll give me a nice chance to get into Ruthless Vows because I really want to read it. I really want to get into my books again, at least for a little bit, because it really disappointed me that it was that Throne of Glass kind of became. I'm reading Throne of Glass in a slump because I didn't realize that Onyx Storm. I didn't realize that Onyx Storm was going to put me into so much of a slump, but it is what it is. So let's go have a nice cozy morning, cozy day. So I have one errand to run this afternoon, and that's it. We're spending the rest of the day here at home doing all the hobbies. So let's go. All right, guys. So I've got the coffee. I have the iPad. We're gonna digital plan. Alrighty. Good morning. It's been about 2 hours since I checked in last. And so I finally got all of this week's plans done. So that way I feel much better going into this week. And so I have my week. This is what my weekly view looks like. I have a few different versions of the weekly setup. I use Planning to Prosper for my digital planning. Absolutely love them, and she's the best. I love her planner materials. It makes it very customizable, and which I love, so I can make it work for me. Because I'm also I'm a very cluttered organizer. I'm a very cluttered person. I like all of my space filled. And so, like if you've seen my laptop cover and my Kindle, I've got my Kindle here with me. But it's like I do stickers on my Kindle and my laptop, but I like it to be very cluttered. I like a lot. I even, like I said, I've got I'm cluttered in gibbets on my Crocs. And so I like her stuff because I can decorate and fill my space how I want. It's very customizable, so I don't have to leave it blank. I can clutter it all I like because all of her kits come with deco. And so this week I used her, the Sage Green Serene kit. It was a kit from 2023. I think it was because I think it might have been a 2024 kit. I don't remember, but I'll link her down in the description. And so there are 3 different weekly setups that I'll swap between. So this is the widget setup, where they're just each day is a little more curved and it looks more like a widget. And so in my current job, I work 4/10s instead of 5/8. I have recently switched jobs. If you've been following me for a while, I have moved jobs. And so my new schedule is 4/10s instead of 5/8. So Mondays I have off. So today is actually a Monday that I'm doing this. And so my weekly setup. And so it's been really nice to have just a day during the week off. I personally love the idea of 4 on 3 off. It really gives me a chance to recover properly because also because of the fact that like others work 5/10s, it gives me a nice quiet day to myself, to not have to worry about anybody about myself. And I realize I do really need those kinds of days. And then so I've got a weekly view, and then I do daily views. And so my daily views for days that I don't work look similar to this, where it's kind of more like open-ended. It's just a morning, afternoon, evening, and then I do little widgets. I do an affirmation every morning. Now, of course, like all of the plans that I show you is before I put in like personal things and things that I wouldn't show you guys, just for either both for my things that I don't want to share with you, as well as job related things that, you know. So anyway, so this is what it looks like. I haven't decorated because typically what I'll do is I'll use this little quarter down here and just use deco from the kits. Actually, I can show you. Don't mind me. If I go to her deco, it's got these, now all of her colored kits, like this is just a simple green set. Like we've got a pink, she's got a pink set, a blue set, a purple set. She's got multiple just colored sets, and so these have more basic decoration, like a bunch of sticky notes and fancy labels and some quotes and some other simple pictures, like the lightning bolts, the flowers, the light bulb, the pencil, just like simple things. And then some other colors. Now she has expanded for, like, I believe for her 2025 kits, have expanded more in her deco, which have been very fun to use. I used a few of her 2025 kits in January. So every so often I'll go and get a new kit. But I love her deco. And so it's really basic, and I just haven't decorated my weekly spread. I mean, my daily spread, because my weekly spread, I have decorated, I put little widgets here, and then I'll decorate here in the center, and like some of my days that I don't have as much going on, I'll kind of throw a decoration there, because like I said, I like clutter. I don't like my area to be cluttered, like my bedroom and stuff. It's like, I don't like the clutter of uncleanliness, but there's something about, I'm a very chaotic organizer. I consider myself a chaotic organizer. So that's where the clutter of the Kindle, the laptop, the planning comes into play, to where I can be cluttered, but like not in a bad way. Bear with me. It works for me, okay? So typically, I just haven't, like I said, I haven't decorated the daily, so that's what my morning looks like, and I've updated up until currently. And then during the week, I have a time-stamped version that goes in for my daily, just my normal day-to-day plans. And of course, I've got blocked off for lunch, for work. And so I'll write in here, like, the kids that I see, so that way I can keep track for both my own organizing purposes as well as billing purposes. So I'll typically, I add more to that label where my work is, so that way I can just keep track of what goes on through my work day. And then, of course, I've got more labels. I do a work checklist and a personal checklist, in addition to what these three up here: the affirmation, currently reading, currently listening to. Because even if I'm not listening, because sometimes I'll listen to audiobooks. I haven't listened to audiobooks very often recently, but I'll do like, I'll still listen to music and stuff on the way to work, because also like I work closer to home, so I have less time to listen to things. So audiobooks have become harder to listen to on the road, working closer to home, which has been a plus. But I still keep those widgets. And then of course, because of the days that I don't work, I only have one widget of just like a simple daily to do. Whereas on my work, I separate my work and my personal checklists for what needs to get done in the day. And that's typically what it looks like. My routine, my coffee time, breakfast time. It's just me just putting my coffee cup together. I like putting it in here because I love coffee. Coffee is part of my personality, if you haven't figured out yet. I really do love my coffee. And then work, and then PM stuff down here, like dinner and my PM routine to go to bed. And so then I just pretty much have a very similar setup for the entire week. And then to the weekend, I go to the more open, so that way I can just put everything that needs to go in. And so like I've even started keeping up a little more on like holidays and stuff. So like on Wednesday, I don't celebrate Ash Wednesday, but I have it here, so that way it just like keeps me in mind, like if for whatever reason anybody at work celebrates it. So that way it's like I'm aware that there are people out there who celebrate these holidays even if they're not me. Because I used to just keep track of the holidays that I celebrated, but in all honesty, I celebrate actually very little these days. So I've started actually keeping track of like more holidays. Like I'll check my Apple calendar to see if there are any holidays coming up in the month. Because also actually quick, so I do a monthly spread as well, but I do it very early, and I use like, because of course spring starts in March, so I did a very springy kit. So that way, keep with the theme, you know. I love themes, I love colors, and so that's the other thing about Planning to Prosper's products that I love, is that it's very colorful, it's very personalizable, and it's not just like a basic thing. Because I've tried other planners, I'm subscribed to some other planners, like I am subscribed to Dash Planner, I get their emails. I tried planning with them for their products for a while. They're like, the good thing about them is that they're very, very basic, very, very simple, which is great, which means you can use, it's very reusable, which means you pretty much like need less to do everything. Whereas with Planning to Prosper, like I said, they're more customizable and they're more themed. So like I've got these spring sets that I'll only use in the spring. The winter sets I'll only use in the winter. Whereas with Dash Planner, it's like everything is the same. I think I've done Dash Planner, and I've also attempted Happy Planner. I like Happy Planner is very cutesy. They're very cute. I love them. They are very colorful, which is great. They're very cutesy. I feel like I can personalize a little more with Planning to Prosper, is what I found over my digital planning journey, I guess you could call it. I started with Planning to Prosper, and then I've tried some others, and I've eventually I have made my way back to Planning to Prosper. But you do you guys. I may link them all down, so that way if any of these sound interesting to you, you can go check them out. I'll link all of these plannings down in all three of them down in the description. Hopefully I remember, crossing my fingers. If not, if they're not in the description, check the comments. And so, yeah, and I just, because of the fact that spring hasn't exactly come yet, I think day one of spring, I saw it. Day one of spring is technically the 20th, so probably that week. Because I'm a Monday to Sunday planner. I've changed to a Monday to Sunday setup because there's something about just keeping the weekend together. Because for me, the week doesn't start until Monday. So I've started planning in a Monday to Sunday setup. So probably the same kit that I've used for my monthly view, I'll probably use the week of spring. The official week of spring, the 17th to the 23rd. Since that's the week that spring officially starts, but I'll probably use an official spring kit next week. I've got a few, and plus I've got all through spring to use my spring kits. So, but that's the other thing, is that it's like, I just love it. And also that she has themes for seasons as well as just other themes. Like I said, she's got some color ones. I'll kind of scroll through the sticker books real quick. So she's got some colors, like there's a brown and a teal. This one was for Valentine's Day, but then we've got a donut, just you love coffee, so it's donuts and coffee. We've got an ice cream one. She did a health and fitness one. We've got some winter ones. I like this one. This is one of her 2025 ones that it's called Lost in the Pages. It's book related, but then she's got that one. And then her 2024 kit was she did a reading. Oh, one more chapter. These are all sitting next to each other. I love these three because we've got Lost in the Pages is her 2025 reading related one. One more chapter is her 2024 related one, which is really cute too. And then she's got a coffee one, more coffee please, from 2024. I love this one because of course now I've got 2 coffees and 2 reading related ones, so I can also venture out in those using other related kits for reading and for coffee. And it's also for those times of the year where it's like I don't really have a theme in mind, but it's like because the other thing is like I'll just go off of vibes and how I'm feeling. And then we got some other cutesy ones down here, like a Stay Groovy and Welcome to the Jungle, where it's just 70s themed and jungle. It's jungle related, so if I go over here to the deco, we'll see like a bunch of animals. It's like really, really cute. Oh, there's even a Hakuna Matata right there. Like, it's so cute. And also because I like also aesthetics, and so the fact that there's a color coordination to the week makes it fun for me as well, because I feel like with some of the others, like with Happy Planner and with Dash Planner, I was having problems where it was like it was just a single color. I felt like the whole thing was just getting washed down and washed out. I like personalization. I like showing things like this is mine, like having things show my personality, you know? So yeah, that is my planning. So I've officially planned for the week. Thank you for, and I hope you enjoyed me going through my planner real quick there. And so yeah, that's my planner setup. And so now I have gone into reading for the morning. And so I wanted to show you guys this, because I wasn't sure if I showed you guys this just because I have, like I said, I've gotten back into crocheting. And so I made a little Kindle case that looks like an envelope. It's been really cute. And then, because I got the patterns, a lot of the patterns that I do, I get off of YouTube. So that way I can watch it. And so this one, it was originally for a full book, but it was set up to where you can make it for absolutely anything. So I just sized it down because literally the sizing is only just the number of chains that you start with will create the size that you need. And so just because it was a simple, just double crochet, it was just used a bunch of double crochets that it was really simple. And then we got little flaps. So I used, I did a pink heart with a matching pink button to where it opens for the Kindle. And of course, I don't know if you saw, but I recently redid my Kindle stickers, and I wanted to go back to all book related stickers. I had a week or 2 weeks in there where I got a new sticker buddy kit. I call it sticker buddies, but it was just like all a bunch of these like cute animals and stuff. They were really, really cute. And so I literally just coded this thing. No breathing room and just a bunch of buddies, but I wanted to go back to reading related. And of course the buddy for this round is my hedgehog. I feel like I have to have one buddy, you know, like one creature with a face. In this case, is the hedgehog. And I ended up sticking with the blue theme, which was kind of like not planned, but that's what happened. Because also I'll get into a vibe, and sometimes I won't even realize the vibe until I'm like in it, you know? And then I don't know if I've shown this to you guys yet, but I did this book cover, because I've done book sleeves before, but I wanted to do a book cover to where you can like put it over the book, you know? And so it's currently over Ruthless Vows. And so with this one, I think I did make it a little too long, because again, it was just stitch count, because they say just make it the size of the book and using the book as your guide pretty much. And so use these little bubble stitches, and I just used the pink and the purple. I loved the way they matched, and I just love those colors. And so it's a little on the longer side, if you can tell, but I was comparing it to a hardback because I was almost afraid to make one of these for a paperback, but I mean, I definitely could. But of course, this was my very first one, so because I also want to make one where the flap is like adjustable, like you just pull it as far into the book as you need and it then fits perfectly, but I just didn't have any elastic, so I was also afraid to do that one because I didn't have that kind of material. I recently accumulated little buttons for my stuff because I wanted to do the Kindle cases. So yeah, if I start working on my current craft later today, I'll show you it. But I think right now I'm gonna read a few more chapters of Ruthless Vows. I'm currently in chapter 3. I'm on page 24, so I'm not very far. What's cool is that I'm even using one of my crochet bookmarks. I did a flower So I've got the flower on top, and then you use the chain as the actual bookmark, and then there's a leaf at the bottom. So that way at the top, you've got, here's the flower, and there's the leaf. It's really cute. I'm finally glad that I have a book to use it with, because also, again, this one was kind of sized for a hardback anyway, because it just fits in the hardback. It's a little long for my paperbacks, and so I'll probably have to make another one shorter, because like I said, I've got a lot of like just first trials and stuff, because also like I kind of want to make stuff and do like kind of art fairs and stuff. I think that would be really cute. And do like, because I've done beanies, I did one cardigan. I don't think I'm gonna do cardigans because that's a lot. I like to try at least one more cardigan for myself before I even attempt to try to sell them, but I feel like that's too big and too much work for those kinds of things. But I've done beanies, I've done plenty of book related stuff like the bookmarks, the book covers, the Kindle cases, things like that, which I find really cute and really simple and easy. Like I can do a bunch of these and sell them. Like that'd be really cute. And do a bunch of bookmarks. It'd be really cute. And then, but I feel like that's kind of like, I'd like to do it if I could. And so it's just like, I'm kind of like trialing. It's like, what do I like to make? What do I want to make? And also making sure I have the resources to make, as I've got a very small selection of yarn, but I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. And plus I like it because it keeps my hands busy. I've actually been doing a movie marathon. I know we're gonna go on a little social thing, because like I feel like I've got a lot to update you on, because it's been a while since we've talked, you know. So I had a week coming into the new job. It's more physically laboring, and so I was dealing with a lot of back pain about 2 weeks ago. I think it's been 3 weeks now. I know it's been a while. And so there was a week to where I was dealing with back pain, and it was just so constant. And so I finally went and I did go get adjusted. Come to find out, my left hip was completely out of alignment, to where I was getting pain all up my left side. The minute I was realigned, the pain disappeared. It was fantastic. And so luckily I am doing better now. I'm fine. I've got exercise to keep me in alignment, and I finally bit the bullet and bought a back brace for work. So I'm excited to finally start using that. But there was one weekend where I was just in so much pain. I was so uncomfortable and in pain that I had like no mental capacity to do anything. So I literally I binge watched movies all weekend. And so I actually had figured out that it's like, oh, because I love the X-Men movies. I'm a big fan of X-Men. And so I actually found a watch order for the X-Men. Okay guys, my camera just cut off. Well, it didn't just cut off, but to you guys it would have been just cut off. To me it's been, how long has it been now? I think for me it's been about a half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. I think it's been almost an hour since I was cut off. And that was because my phone storage filled up and I couldn't film anymore. So I literally had to clear out my phone, and most of it was my photos. Because I've been keeping up on clearing out all of my stuff that I do for YouTube and for social media. And I thought I'd been keeping up on it. There were some things here and there that I didn't quite get rid of yet, but just in general, my photo storage like shot through the roof. And all of a sudden I get cut off. And so I had to go and figure out how to get a ton of stuff off my phone, so that way I could keep filming this for you guys. Now I do have a good chunk of storage, so I can finish out the day, so you and I are good to go. So back to my original story, wherever I left off at, I think we were talking about the X-Men. So I've been going and watching a ton of, I found out how to watch the X-Men in chronological order. And so I thought that'd be really fun, because I think I've seen most of it. I think the only items in that franchise that I hadn't seen yet. I hadn't actually seen the Wolverine movie. I've seen his origin movie, but I hadn't seen his movie that takes place after the trilogy. I realized I hadn't seen that one, so that was really cool. I watched that one yesterday, I think. And so then I hadn't watched that one. I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine, that one yet. That actually, I think, is that next on my docket? So I watched the two Deadpool and Deadpool 2 yesterday. I did like a 3-movie marathon yesterday. It was great. And so then, so I had started that because of all of the pain that I was in. And then I did some more, and so now it's like I did a good chunk of it over that weekend, but I was able to continue it last night, and I'm kind of, anytime I get in the crocheting mood, I'll turn one of them on. And then I just realized I cut off the last thought. So I didn't see the Wolverine's movie that takes place after the trilogy until yesterday. I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. That should be coming up. And then there's, I guess, a mini show called The New Mutants that it released in like 2020, and I haven't seen that yet. So those are the only 3 in the entire 13 movie franchise that I haven't seen. And so this has been really fun seeing them in order. But of course, not seeing them in chronological order, there were 2 instances. There are like 2 events that happened in the prequel movies that I kind of wish, because the prequels were made after the trilogy came first. And so because of what the franchise knew from the original trilogy, I was hoping that either there are certain instances in, I think it's Apocalypse. There were 2 events in the Apocalypse. I'm not going to go into it in case you haven't seen it, but there were 2 events in the Apocalypse that I was hoping that, like, it would be talked about in some kind of way because of the events in the trilogy. But it's like, I kind of feel like that was a complete plot hole. Like, if Apocalypse stood by itself, it'd be fantastic. I think it was Apocalypse that I'm thinking of. Or maybe it's the movie after. There's one of the prequels. I think it was the prequel that comes right before, that is, if we're talking time order, that comes right before the trilogy, time-wise. Scarlet Witch. It's not Apocalypse, it's Scarlet Witch. Not Scarlet Witch. No, oh my god. Wrong franchise. Dark Phoenix. It's Jean's origin movie. In Dark Phoenix, there are 2 events that happen. Because in the timeline, it's Apocalypse, then, I keep calling it Scarlet Witch, I'm sorry guys. Because it's Apocalypse, then Dark Phoenix, and then the trilogy. There are 2 events that happen in Dark Phoenix that I kind of wish that, like, they would have done some explanation in the aftermath leading into the trilogy, because of the fact that the trilogy came first and you know what goes on in the trilogy. That kind of bummed me out because it leaves like this giant plot hole. But that's just me and being a fan of the series, that it's like I caught on to this. And so that's just like, going into the trilogy, it kind of bummed me out. But I love the whole franchise as a whole. And so like I said, I'm at Deadpool. I finished Deadpool 2, so I still have Deadpool and Wolverine, The New Mutants, and Wolverine. No. Oh my god. Try one more time. Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, and The New Mutants. It's the only thing out of the entire 10 movie franchise that I haven't seen up until now. So if I decide to pick up my crocheting later, I'll probably continue that. It's like I have like all of the hobbies planned for the day, because it's kind of like I have this entire day to use to whatever my heart's content. So I do think I'm going to read a little more of Ruthless Vows. We'll see how long that takes before we go into our next hobby. Okay. Toodaloo. So I got to chapter 4 and I just spent the last like 45 minutes, I think, like half hour, 45 minutes, something, just doom scrolling. So I kind of want to get back into something today. So I'm gonna set the book down. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of doom scrolling. Sometimes I need it, like, just shut the brain off. But I don't want to be shut off for too long. So we're gonna set the book down for now. And we're gonna pull out Dreamlight Valley. I have my Switch sitting here behind the camera. I'm gonna go plug it into the TV. And we're gonna continue working on the storage. The only thing about me having to continue my storage where I'm at right now is that I need to go grinding because I am out of stone. I have like 14 stone to make, because I'm using brick paths to create my pathing. I'm doing like a little path and then a square, and I'm putting all of everything around the pathing and doing like these little areas. Like I've got one with all of my refined materials, I've got one with all of my gems, I've got one with all of my flowers. I'm gonna do another one with my fish, and I can show you when I pull it up because I'm really liking how it's looking. But I am like out of resources to make my pathing, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of grinding. And then I also want to work on I gotta grind, and I want to work on my friendships. Because I feel like I'm falling behind a little bit. There are some characters that I completely forget about, and then there are times where I want to do other things, but I'm like part of this game is these friendships, and so it's like I kind of want to get back into doing the friendships as well. But for me, it's like I'm so in the middle of my storage right now that it's like I feel like it's difficult for me to work on my friendships because I have like my refined materials, my gems, and my flowers are all up on my floating island, whereas all of my fish and ingredients are all still in my main house. And so it's like the idea of going back and forth to retrieve everything for friendships is a lot. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Because that may just have to happen for a few days while I work on expanding, while I grind for resources to expand my storage. Because I still need to do my fish, and I need to do my pantry, all of my food. And I had recently redone my pantry too, to where it's like I did it like a kitchen style, like a big kitchen, like, you know, like one of those restaurants kitchen where it's just like nothing but fridges. That's what my food room looks like right now. It just looks like a bunch of fridges, and I went and bought out a bunch of fridges to make it look like this. That way I could stop, just more aesthetically pleasing. It's like I'm going in for food. Let me make it look like a kitchen and a you know, like one of those restaurant kitchens with all the fridges. But now I'm moving them. They're gonna go into wardrobes now on my floating island. So let's get crack-a-lacking at some of this, because I need my mind to like work, and I feel like reading is not making my mind work enough for what I would like right now. So let's go play. Alrighty, first up, we're gonna change our outfit. I like changing my outfit every time I play, just so that way it's something different, and then I love dressing up in this game. It's so much fun. And so in the last update, we just got the Agrabah update. So I just got Jasmine and Aladdin. And so one of the fixes that I've been needing is this book backpack from the Storybook Veil update. And this backpack was going through some issues. It started when the expansion first came out. The bag itself was too big. The book was huge. And then they came around with some patch notes, but they fixed the book, but then the straps became humongous. Like, they weren't they weren't on properly. They just looked like bigger. It was awkward. And so now with this recent update, they've fixed the bag, which is really cool. So I actually wore it yesterday, and I made an outfit, like a cute little scholarly bookworm kind of outfit. I was also mini inspired. And then, of course, in the premium shop, and for a while ago, I got the little dragon. He's a cutie patootie. I have officially named him Wesley. Love him. So I think today, I want to go for a dress. Because I was originally going to do a dress yesterday, but then I decided not to. But I also want to keep it like casual. So I've also started like doing like Disney bound versions. So this would be, I kind of mixed mini with the scholarly that I wanted to do. And I was going to do a pure mini setup until the bag came out. And then I think yesterday actually I had done Goofy, because I realized I'd never worn his hat. But I don't know what I want to do today. Ooh, actually, I kind of want to go a similar vibe to, I want to do 70s girl. I did actually a 70s look for Dream Snap the other week. But I think I want to do something similar, just with like other colors. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because you still have to have shorts underneath the skirt, and so. I mean, we're still kind of going with the scholarly look. It may just be something different. Oh, I just realized I completely turned the camera. Let's fix that, shall we? So like I said, I think I'm going to go with like, I almost like the short skirt, the long skirt, and do like a cardigan. I think is what we're going to do. I think we're going to go for one of the cropped ones, I think. Ooh, that's cute. I haven't worn that color in a while. What else I got? And I'm also pretty updated on the clothes too. Like if there's anything else that I would want to wear, I'd have to go and just make it with the Disney magic. Or Dreamlight magic. What do you call it? I don't know. I'll show you in a second while I hunt for... I don't like the black on black. And I did pink the other day, that's why I was avoiding it. But honestly, I just love pink, and I don't think nope, no other options. We're going pink. Because it's super cute. There it is. Yes. Boom. I'd have to, what is it called? This section where you do the customize. I had to go in there. And then I wanted to change my ears. I really like the ears. It's been really fun. Ooh, Daisy's bow is cute. Ooh, the strawberry donuts. I think we may do that. Keep it a little cutesy. I like that. And then let's change our backpack. I know I've got, oh, the white and pink Mickey backpack, yes. So we're still kind of going with the pinky look, but I just swapped out because I did, like I said, I did this the other day for a Valentine Dream Snap, but I used the pink long skirt instead of the black one. Yeah, that's really cute. And honestly, like I love these black heels. They're kind of my favorite shoe. If I want to kind of like fancy up the outfit, I'll just throw on the black heels. And it's really cute. I do have short pink heels. Look at that. Love. Yes. And we are going to change our little buddy. Poo. Ooh, yes. I think we're going to do Pooh today. Eee, look at me. Okay. I do want to show you, before I really get started though, I want to show you my floating island real quick. So you can like see what I'm talking about. Excuse my long, I don't know what Merlin's doing here these days. Like he's been up here my last few visits and it's been annoying me. So anyway, this is my floating island right now. It's currently in the works. I'm like kind of decorating as I go, but like this whole area is my refined materials. So what I've been doing is I've been just leaving me a little cue of what's in the wardrobe. And so when I open it up and because the storage has like, let me see if I can get my finger in here. Oh, where's my camera? There it is. Get all of the whole storage available in these. So it may look a little awkward and weird, but it gives the storage. So over here is all of my refined materials and my snippet. I kind of put my snippets over here because they're like similar but not. And I've got some extra stuff there in the back. And then over here I've got my collection of gems, of course, in rainbow order as much as I'm able. And then I did the same over here with my flowers. They're literally in rainbow order. I did like the whites and then the black, white, black, pink, and then red all the way around to purple. And I ended up taking it took the entire round. But I'm officially out of pathing because I need to do one more round inside here for a 3-block wide path like the others. And then of course going off to the other side is going to be the fish once I grind. So I just wanted to change my outfit and show this off so that way you knew what I was talking about. And so I am now going to go grind and do some friendships and all that jazz. So I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay guys, I wanted to come on again real quick just because I'm going around and with the new update we were able to take the mailboxes off of all of our house skins aside from our main house. And so I'm currently over in the Storybook Vale expansion, and I haven't changed the skin on my personal house in this one yet. The yellow kind of goes with the fall-y vibes, so I just haven't touched mine. And with this expansion, I had received this house skin, or I think it was, I don't remember if I got it with the expansion or if it was a premium shop purchase. But anyway, I had received this skin somewhere, and it was absolutely perfect for me. And because of the fact that if you look here in the bind, there's like a lot of bookshelves in the trees. Is one of my favorite parts about the bind is that it's very book centered. And so of course, rather than turning this into my actual house, because of the fact that the yellow one that I say is my house is the exact same house in all 3 areas for here, Dreamlight Valley, and Eternity Isle expansion. So I don't touch the inside of my main house in all of the expansions. And so I wanted to do something special with this one because it's got the book on the front, it's got the clock up at the top. I'm like, let me turn this into my dream library. Now, mind you, it's nowhere close to like the dream library, but it's like, I'll show you. Because there's also a chaoticness to it, which, like I said, if you know me, it's very chaotic. Voila, very chaotic. And so I took literally all of the bookshelves that I had in stock and put them around, and I had 2 of Jack's bookshelves, so one's here and one's on the other side. And then I did a like little book table in the center with some couches like you see in a normal library for like studying and stuff. And then I did a little reading corner over here with a lamp and a little book pile, and put some art on the walls and above this door because there was nothing there because I put the tallest bookshelves on the back wall. but it's literally just like a compilation of like all of the bookshelves that I've accumulated in the game over time. And so it's just, I feel like there's something really cute about it, because it's like we've even got like Ursula's bookshelf, I think that's like Mickey's or something, and then we got Tangled and Donald and Jack Skellington. I got 2 of him somehow. I don't remember if I bought it or what, but I had 2 of his, so I'm like, let me just mirror them. It was super cute. So yeah, I made a library in my valley, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Let me know what you think down in the comments, because I had such a fun time building this, and to know that it's like I have a library in Disney Dreamlight Valley that I can call my own, and this is only a library. Oh, I did have one other house to take, because I do have Belle's Cottage. I got Belle's Cottage. I think I got one of Belle's bundle in the premium shop. So I just remember, because I was over in Eternity Isle earlier, because I got a pink house during Valentine's Day and took the mailbox off it, but I forgot that Belle's Cottage is a house skin, so I have to go take it off of there. But I don't remember if I did anything inside. We should go check. Let's go check, guys. Alright, so I came back to Eternity Isle, and this is Belle's Cottage. I had it as my house for the longest time, but then I decided to use something else. I had gone back to I don't even remember what my own house looks like anymore. And so I decided to put it here, and I put a little reading spot out here. Actually, I really like the way this is turning out. So I kind of took everything out of here. Oh, I gotta pick those up. But I then have Oswald sitting down here, and I'm in the process of making a little like drive-in movie set over here. But it's like I took out all the trees, and I had to make this sitting set for something, and I just liked it so much that I kept it. I actually just got an Oswald's parasol that I can put down here, so I may do that. So, but actually I'm curious if I did anything inside here, just because of the fact that she's very book-based, and I gotta take this mailbox out. So I'll show you how to do that if you play Dreamlight Valley like me. Okay, I did not do anything inside of this one. That's okay. Eventually I do want to go to all the houses and like decorate them and theme them. So like this one I may theme Belle, because I got the Belle bundle, so I may come in here and put all the Belle stuff in here. But if you also play Dreamlight Valley and you do not know how to take the mailboxes out, let me show you real quick, since I got to do this one. So, because you can't do it in furniture mode while you're outside, you have to do it inside the house. If you go over to the elevator and go to expand your house, they'll give you a mailbox option here where you can turn it off. And voila! So now we're gonna go, you should have seen it before I walked in, because it was right next to the door. And then we come out here. Excuse me, playing on the Nintendo Switch, so I've got long loading times. So one thing about playing on the Nintendo Switch is that I gotta deal with all these long loads. Do. And now, no mailbox. Voila. It's Oswald. Oh, I actually gotta talk to Oswald. But yeah. So, little check-in. Alright, I'll go back to playing, and I'll check in with you guys again later. Alrighty guys, so I did a little more of my valley. I continued with the storage, doing my storage, because I also know that like the tables and the wardrobes I can just buy, so I kind of have a guesstimate of where everything is, and just kept moving things to the floating island, and I can decorate and path later. And if I need to like adjust the wardrobes, I can, but at least now I just have to adjust and not just take a giant pause. But I was starting to get tired, just the constant back and forth, back and forth. Oh, I gotta buy more stuff, back and forth, back and forth. So I think we're gonna put on, because now it's currently like almost 3, I think. Yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna continue my current crochet project and put on my next X-Men movie. So actually what I'm doing right now, what I'm working on for crocheting is I've recently become a Disney pass holder member, and so I wanted to do something cool for my pins, because I'd like to try to do a little more with my pins. I have a few, and so, but I wanted to make me, because I've also been following a few, there are 2 pin people that I follow on YouTube. One is Summerly, and the other one is, I want to say it's Princess Shannon, I think is her name. Princess Shannon or Shelby or something like that. I'll post them in the comments. I mean, description / comments, depending on when I remember. And so I wanted to make I wanted to see, because I tried to make a little single stitch sheet to put all my pins to, and it worked, but I didn't like the way it looked, because it was one that I like could just roll up. But then there's a place in Winter Park called Pin HQ, and they got these cute little pin boards that I see both of these girls use. They're really cute, so where you could just stick them in, and they don't pop out the back, and you can keep them backless for trading. But I'm like, you know what? Because the fact that the single crochets worked all right for most of them, but what I was realizing is using a double crochet, if you look, gives me these little holes in there, and I found if I stick one through the hole with its back and make sure that it's secure, it'll actually stay. And so so now it's like I want to make a few sheets, because I also want to make sure that I'm able to like just put it in my purse and whatever bag I'm using, instead of a roll that I had originally. And so I made a cover. I crocheted a Mickey Mouse and crocheted it to a page, and then I'm inverting the color. This was my original page, and then I made this as the cover, but I'm like, how cool would it be to just swap the pages and the borders and make a teeny tiny little booklet. So then maybe I'll figure out how to do like a spine and do them together, because I realized that I also probably shouldn't like put them all together like this, because the pins are bulky. I'm gonna need a little bit of extra room here, otherwise I'm gonna look like, you know, when people junk journal and all of the when people junk journal and journals look like they're like about to burst this little bitty spine. Yeah, I don't want that for my pins. And it's like, we already know that they're gonna be thick because they got the back and then they got the layer up top. And so I may make a little maybe like a little barrier between the layers, figure out how to do that in time, and make myself like a little pin booklet. I think that'll be really cute. I'm very excited to see how it'll turn out. And just to let you know, I actually did not get this pattern from anywhere. I made it myself. I literally just took, I think it was 15 chains wide, and then I went up 11 rows of just double crochets. And then I took my pink, my borders, I literally just single crochets all the way around and then slip stitched, knotted, and weaved through. It's literally all it is. And so I got the kind of the sizing that Pin HQ uses just to get a general. I think these are just slightly longer than, but I mean, the idea of having just like a little booklet of all my pins is like really cute. I'm super excited. So yeah, this is my current project that I'm working on. So while I do this, I'm gonna be continuing watching X-Men. And I think my next one is, it's either New Mutants or Wolverine and Deadpool. We'll see. All right, let's get crocheting and watching. Full page. Alrighty folks, so I just, it's been a few hours, I've settled down, I've eaten lunch. I am making my next panel. You guys watched me make this one. It's been nice and cute, and like it's one of those immediate gratification feelings doing these. And so I now have 3 panels for pins. I'm gonna make this one to be like the back cover, but ultimately I'm gonna see how many I need, because I have a collection of pins here that most are Disney, but I have some that aren't. And then I have a few, actually I'll show them to you. I also have a small collection of Sorcerer Mickey hats. This was a family member's hat, who's no longer here. And so anytime that he would visit, and he would bring this hat down with him. So I just realized upon looking at it that they're all Sorcerer Mickey related. And so I'm hoping that I can get all of them onto one of the pages, and just have a page of Sorcerer Mickey for him. So that's very exciting, but I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to start moving pins over to the pages and seeing how many I can get on the 3 pages that I have currently for pins. Alrighty guys, so I just finished putting the pins in on my little pages. So let me show you how they all look. So of course we have our cover. The only pin that I didn't get in was Baymax, but that's just because his back is stuck because I swapped him with another and now he won't come off. So he's just here on the side. But this is sheet number 1. Sheet number 2. And sheet number 3, I was able to get all of the Sorcerer Mickey pins onto one sheet, which made me very happy. So now I've got all that on one sheet. And then this is the back cover. So what I may end up doing is, I'm glad they all fit into the 3 pages that I had. And I think I'm gonna make like at least another 2 pages, maybe like for, just to have them for future. In the case that I do get more pins, but I love that I was able to get everything on here. And like I said, the only one I missed was Baymax. But in all honesty, because I was gonna put him here, but then I needed some place for Sully. So if I need to, I just throw him there on the back cover. But we'll see. I may make more pages. But yeah, that's all of them. Thank you so much for joining me for this nice little cozy day. I was very happy to take you along with me and do kind of like all of the cozies, hobbies and stuff. Had a good old time. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, week, month, whatever you need. Eat your food, drink your water, take great care of yourself. Give yourself a nice cozy day of cozy hobbies, and take care of yourself. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.